Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. Is that right? Hold on, pitching looks weird to me. Yeah, Jonathan pitched, but it says that's where we should be in the rotation, so I don't know what just happened. Anyway, we are hosting the Marlins for a 3-game set before the 4th of July. Which is an off day, not one I made. I play what the game tells me, and it gave me an off day on the 4th. This also starts the second half of the season. This is game 82 on the year. So the Marlins, we have gone 2-1 against. Only played them 3 games earlier in the season. They were leading the East at the time. They've kind of been on hard times for the last month or so, fallen into 4th place and a slightly distant 4th place at that. The Phillies lead that division now by a couple games over the Mets. We've got Paulie on the mound today. He is yet to give up a run this year. Made it through the whole first half of the season. We'll see if the Marlins can be the team to break that up. Here's Indy Chavez to lead things off. And he lines right to Terry, who actually drops it, but he's able to pick it up and step on the bag. No harm done. Aaron Hill to the plate, and he will look at strike 1. Grounds this one to second, and that will be the second out of the inning. Here's David Wright, who I think might be leading the All-Star vote. We'll see that again after this game, so if I remember, I'll note that in the recap. Wright has a 2-1 count in this at-bat. That knuckleball is called a strike to make it 2-2. Puts this one into center field. Marvin's not going to get there. It's going to drop in for the first hit of the game. Right with a bit of a big turn there at first, but he does retreat back. Josh Willingham to the plate then, looks at strike 1. Swings under a fastball. Oh, Wright tries to go, and he is thrown out, even though I think Tom was a bit stunned there for a second. But they are able to throw out David Wright, so the Marlins go down in order despite the hit. Kester will lead things off for the Squirrels. Trying to remember, because like I said, we haven't played the Marlins in a while. Ruiz was there before. He was originally a Portland Orca. He's made his way to South Florida. I do think Bartlett was a shortstop. I don't think Livingston was the catcher the last time we played the Marlins. In any case, Kester grounds out to first. That will bring Marvin to the plate. He will bat left-handed. First pitch catches the outside corner. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. And that pitch up and in. Fouled away. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away, Chief at the plate. He will foul the first pitch away. Couple outside pitches, that makes it 2-1. This one inside, it's 3-1 now. Called strike, that'll fill the count. And into left field, but pretty much right to Willingham, and that will be the third out of the inning. Marlins did get a hit, but it's still 6 up, 6 down in the first inning. We'll go to the second, where William will get a fresh count after David Wright was caught stealing. First pitch is called a strike. This is pulled foul. Excuse me. That'll make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down. Mike Jacobs at the plate now. He will take strike 1. Fouls this one away. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Cody Ross to the plate. First pitch hit towards third, and it's just foul. Paulie comes back with the fastball that gets swung on and missed. This one, that's going to be a hit into left field. That'll put a runner on first with 2 outs. There's Jason Bartlett. I'm pretty sure he was here the first time around. Has a 1-1 count to start off this game. Pop fly, Kester will go back and he will make the catch. Another hit, but still no runs. Terry will lead things off for the Squirrels in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch is called a strike. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 0-2. Pitch up and in. Terry lets it go. Called strike 3. Terry doesn't like the call, but on we go to Frank. Ruiz starts him off with a high fastball. That slider in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss on the curve. Makes it 1-2. Popped up. Ruiz is going to field it himself between the mound and the plate. 2 away. That will bring Tom to the plate. First pitch is called a strike. And that pitch down and in. Smacked foul over by the first base dugout. That makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the second. Still no score. And Livingston will lead things off for the Marlins in the top of the third. Said I could be wrong, but I don't remember him being the catcher the first time we played them. Numbers look pretty decent, though. He's hitting .230 with 3 home runs. Quarter century RBI. Has a 2-1 count in this at-bat. And a swing and a miss. That'll make it 2-2. Fouled towards third. Chief will make the grab before it can hit the ground. So that'll bring Ruiz to the plate. He's batting .333 with 5 RBI. That's pretty good. Hits this one towards third. Chief short hops this one. Throws it over to first. 2 down. Indy Chavez to the plate. Ground out in his first at-bat. Only 2 strikeouts for Paulie the first time through the Marlins order. That's low for him. Has an 0-2 count on Chavez. Gets a ground ball to second. Kester takes care of that. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. Still scoreless. Zach will lead things off for the Squirrels. First pitch to Zach is up and out. There's a called strike. Another called strike. That'll make it 1-2. Ground ball. That is pulled foul down the third base line. Will this get down for a hit? It does, into shallow right field. That's the first Squirrels hit, first Squirrels base runner of the day. A leadoff single at that. Joey looks at strike one. Zach decides to take off. Joey pops it into left, and it will drop in for a hit. Zach, apparently never a doubt, was already standing on third by the time the throw came in. So nobody out, runners on the corners for Pauly. Surprised he didn't try to bunt. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses for strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. Not the worst thing that could have happened there. So runners still on the corners, now with one out. Kester at the plate. Looks at strike one. He's behind on that fastball, 0-2. Called strike three. That wasn't so great. 2 outs for Marvin then. That curveball stays outside. Ground ball to first. Jacobs picks it up and steps on the bag. Squirrels threaten, but no score. Aaron Hill will lead things off for the Marlins in the top of the fourth. Pauly starts him off with a strike that is fouled straight up. Tom makes the grab. One away. David Wright got a base hit, but then was thrown out trying to steal second. Back in the first inning. Looks at strike one. Bounces in the curve, or knuckleball. I guess it's both. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Josh Willingham will look at strike one. Swing and a miss, make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. All right, we'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 2 hits apiece for the teams, but no runs for either team. Chief is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. Lined out into left his first time up. Looks at strike one here. There's another called strike. Swing and a miss, strike three. One down. Terry struck out looking in his first at-bat. First pitch called a strike. Hit into left, but into the foul seats in left. Makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts. Brings Frank to the plate. Nobody on base. First pitch just outside. Pops this one up. Livingston makes the catch. Oh, actually, I think Ruiz ended up catching it. In any case, it's the last out of the inning. We have no runs, and Mike Jacobs will lead things off for the Marlins in the fifth. He struck out in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at a pitch here. Another swing and a miss. Fouls this one straight back. Still 0-2. Called strike three on the outside corner. One down. Cody Ross to the plate. Got a hit in his first at-bat. Looks like a hit in this at-bat into left. One on, one out. And that'll bring Jason Bartlett to the plate. He will look at a ball in the dirt. Swings and misses to make it 1-1. Swings at the high fastball, comes up empty. Looks at strike three. Two down. Livingston to the plate. Fouled out to third. Runner takes off, and he is out to end the inning. Second time the Marlins have done that today. So we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Now 5 combined hits for the teams. No runs. Tom will lead things off for the Squirrels. Tom struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Pops this one up right at the plate, just in front of it actually. Livingston makes the grab. One down. Zach at the plate. Got a base hit in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at a forkball. Swings and misses at a high fastball to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Two down. Joey to the plate. Got a base hit in his last at-bat. First pitch is inside. Swing and a miss will make it 1-1. That forkball stays inside. It's 2-1. This is inside again, 3-1. Fouled away. We've got a full count, 2 outs, nobody on base. Up the middle, and it will get down for a base hit. That does bring Pauly to the plate. Struck out in his last at-bat when he had a chance to drive in a run. Though, you know, we're not paying him to do that. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Swings and misses at the second pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So we go to the 6th inning. Still no runs. Florida will start off with Livingston at the plate, since we had a caught stealing to end last inning. Fresh count for the catcher, who fouled out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Grounds this one towards first. It lands foul. Towards third. This is fair. Chief with the throw. 1 away. That'll bring Ruiz to the plate. Ground out in his first at-bat. Looks at that pitch in the dirt. That one catches the outside corner. That'll make it 1-1. Line drive, that will get over Kester's head, and that's the first hit in a little while for either team. A 1-out single for the opposing pitcher. Indy Chavez to the plate, looks at a ball high. And it's a line drive into right center. Ruiz gets to third base. Runners on the corners. 1 out, Aaron Hill to the plate. Similar to what the Squirrels did earlier. We'll see if we get the end result the same. This one's popped up right back to Pauly. 2 down rather. That brings David Wright to the plate. I imagine this is who the Marlins want up in this kind of situation. He looks at strike 1. Pops this one up. Pauly will field this one as well, just off the mound. And he is able to get out of the inning. No harm done. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Squirrels back at the top of their order. Still no score. Kester 0 for 2 on the day. Ruiz sitting on 9 strikeouts. Treating us like we usually treat other teams. Ground ball to second. That is the first out of the inning. That'll bring Marvin to the plate. He is 0 for 2. Don't remember if I mentioned it. He's batting left-handed against Ruiz. First pitch is called a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Gets a lot of this one. I think this might just leave the yard. It sure does. His second home run of the year pulled over the right field fence. 387 feet, and that opens the scoring. The Squirrels up 1-0 after that solo shot. I don't have any hard evidence for this, but I am fairly certain every one of Marvin's home runs has come from the left-hand side. So 1-0 now. Squirrels have Chief at the plate. There is one out. First pitch is called a strike. Line right to second. Hill fields it on a short hop, so it'll go to first for the second out of the inning. Terry has struck out twice today. Looks at strike one here. This pitch is down and in, makes it 1-1. Swing and a miss to make it 1-2. Little blooper towards center field. Bartlett goes into the outfield and makes the grab. We go into the 7th inning. Squirrels now with a 1-0 lead. Josh Willingham to the plate. So we will go ahead and make a pitching change. Terry made that last out. So put Nakai into his spot, and that will have Sweeney come into play first.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 18, Nakai.
All right. There's Willingham. He struck out in both at-bats so far today. Has a 1-1 count to start off this at-bat. And a called strike 2. Just a touch low. Low again. We've got a full count. Gets a called strike 3 on the changeup. One down, Jacobs to the plate. He has also struck out twice today. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cody Ross is 2 for 2, pair of singles today. Looks at a fastball for strike 1. Curveball in the dirt. That curveball almost hit his feet. 2-1. Comes back with the changeup, gets a swing and a miss. Another changeup, another swing and a miss, and that will bring us to the 7th inning stretch. Squirrels up 1-0, and they will start off with Frank on the other side.
Now, please rise and join the singer.
All right, Frank has flown out twice today. Oh, just had a window pop up. Copilot, for some reason, don't have any idea what it's doing. Thankfully, did not stop the recording. So Frank with the 2-1 count. Swing and a miss makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tom to the plate. He's 0 for 2. First pitch called a strike up in the zone. Second pitch a little, still high, but maybe a little more in the zone than the first. And the same up in the zone fastball. Tom didn't offer at any of them. I do think they were all legitimately strikes. So Zach to the plate. 2 away, nobody on base, and he starts off with a 1-1 count. Puts this into deep center field. Chavez going back. He won't catch up to it. It one hops the wall. Zach cruises in with a 2-out double. Brings Joey to the plate. I do believe he's 1 for 2. Has an 0-2 count in this at-bat. Blooper towards first, and it hooks foul. Ground ball to first. This is also foul. Swing and a miss. Ruiz out of the inning. Go into the 8th inning. Bartlett will lead things off for the Marlins. 5 hits apiece for the teams, but one of the Squirrels' hits went over the fence. So we will have Hermida come in and set things up. That will bring Phil into the game.
Your attention, please. Now coming on to pitch for Indianapolis, number 17, Hermida.
All right, Bartlett 0 for 2. Hermida starts him off with the curveball and gets a swing and a miss. Fastball out of the zone. Bartlett does not chase it. Hits this one towards first. Sweeney will pick it up and step on the bag. Livingston also 0 for 2 today. First pitch, called a strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Swings at a curveball in the dirt for strike 3. Ruiz is going to get to hit for himself here. He did get a base hit in his last at bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Grounds this one to third. Chief takes care of that. And we will move on to the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-0 Squirrels. Sweeney is due up at the plate. His first at-bat of the day. Looks at strike 1. That slider just misses, down and away. Popped foul, but it'll make the screen. 1-2. Line drive that will get through the right side of the infield. Wasn't terribly hard hit, but well placed. Brings Kester to the plate. 1 on with nobody out. Oh, Sweeney's going to get picked off. Well, that was fun while it lasted. All right, well, base is empty. 1 out. Kester at the plate. Looks at strike 1. Grounds to first. Jacobs will step on the base. Marvin, the hero of the game so far, hit a solo home run in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. That slider up and out. Swings at, I think, the same pitch, or same location anyway. It was a forkball. But swing in and miss, strike 3. Marvin may be a little over-eager. But the Squirrels will go into the 9th inning with a 1-0 lead. The Marlins will start off with the top of their order. So here comes Shibuya. Forget how many saves he's up to now. But somewhere in the mid-30s, maybe even high 30s, I think. Andy Chavez is 1 for 3. Got a base hit in his last at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. This fastball's outside. It's been all fastballs so far. Goes off speed and gets a swing and a miss. 1 away. Aaron Hill 0 for 3 so far. First pitch, strike 1. Second pitch, hit towards third. Chief will short hop it. Sorry, I got an email about girls soccer. Didn't end up being about my girls' age group. Anyway, David Wright, the last hope for the Marlins, and he has a 1-2 count. Pops this one up. Phil will go behind second base, and that will be your ball game. Your final score today: Florida Marlins 0, Indianapolis Squirrels 1. One swing of the bat. The one run was a solo Marvin home run, which I'm sure we will see again here shortly. All right, Shibuya is going to be your player of the game. Do not agree with that one. That definitely should have been Marvin. But in any case, thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free, and we will have the Marlins again tomorrow. We'll see you then.